Imagine a silent village, nestled between distant mountains, where time seemed to pass slowly, untouched by change. The villagers lived quiet lives, each day blending into the next. That is, until one evening when an unusual visitor arrived. An old man, weathered but calm, walked into the village accompanied by an imposing grey wolf with piercing eyes. The contrast between the modest man and the majestic animal was striking. The wolf moved beside the man like a silent protector, observing everything with vigilant attention. Think for a moment, how do emotions shape your life? And what if you could learn to understand and transform feelings like anger, pride, and compassion? This story will reveal something extraordinary, a set of lessons that, by the end, may completely shift how you view your own emotions. Stay with me on this journey, and prepare yourself, because the final lesson is the most powerful of all. By the end, you'll understand why it holds the potential to transform not only your days, but your very outlook on life. The old man and his wolf stirred something deep within the villagers. The two had an unspoken bond, and curiosity brewed in every corner of the village. Who was this man? And how had he gained the loyalty of a wild animal? Settling in an abandoned barn at the edge of the village, the old man never asked for food or shelter. Grateful villagers brought him bread and fruit, hoping to glean some wisdom or observe something special. The old man, with a gentle smile and a calm demeanor, thanked them warmly. Yet he never spoke of his past or purpose, which only deepened the mystery surrounding him. As villagers approached, they noticed that, although the wolf was formidable, he was calm in the man's presence. The children were captivated, inching closer to glimpse the wolf, who simply watched over them, neither aggressive nor alarmed. The man's quiet presence became a talking point, his simple, often puzzling answers stirring curiosity. He seemed to have no desire to impress or prove himself, a humility that intrigued the villagers even more. In this village lived a farmer, known for his restless spirit and unending search for answers. After hearing the tales of the old man, he felt compelled to seek his wisdom, carrying a question he had pondered for years. As dusk fell, he approached the old man and his wolf, who rested quietly near the barn. He hesitated before respectfully sitting beside them. "I have a question," he began, voice trembling slightly. "They say you are wise, with answers to questions that trouble the heart. I have carried a question that I cannot resolve." The old man remained silent, simply motioning for the farmer to speak. "How can I open the doors to heaven and close the gates of hell?" The farmer's face was full of expectation, hoping for an answer that might finally calm his soul. The old man gazed at him with a steady, penetrating look, as though he was seeing not only the question, but also the emotions beneath it. Then, after a pause, he replied softly, "This is a foolish question. Your very need to ask it shows your ignorance." Stunned, the farmer's face twisted with anger. He had come seeking wisdom, and this old man dared call him ignorant? Outraged, he clenched his fists and took a step forward, face hard with fury. But before he could act, the wolf, silent until now, rose to stand between them, his eyes fixed on the farmer, as if silently warning him to reconsider. Suddenly, the farmer noticed something he had missed: the man was blind. This realization struck him deeply. Shame washed over him as he thought of his impulse to attack an old, blind man who had done him no harm. His anger subsided, replaced by a feeling of compassion and regret. Seeing this, the old man smiled slightly and spoke again, "Your anger opened the gates of hell, your compassion has now opened the gates of heaven." The farmer fell silent, reflecting on the simple, profound words. He realized then that heaven and hell were not faraway places, but states within himself, shaped by his own choices and emotions. In the days that followed, the farmer could not shake the old man's words. Though he understood their meaning, he felt something inside him still struggle to fully grasp the lesson. One morning, he returned to the barn, once more asking the man, "How can I keep this peace in my heart? How can I let go of pride and keep from letting anger control me?" The old man replied, "Pride and anger are like hot stones you hold, intending to throw them at another. Yet the one they burn is you. Release them, and you release yourself." This time, the farmer's face softened. He saw that his pride had been a mask, hiding his true strength. Determined to free himself from the need to prove anything, he decided he would start anew, embracing humility even if it required facing his own ego. With a lighter heart, he left the barn, ready to take his first steps toward a deeper peace. In time, the farmer realized there was still more to understand. He knew he had to forgive both himself and others. His old rivalries and grievances suddenly felt like chains he had placed on himself. Remembering the old man's words on forgiveness, he visited the village of a long-standing rival and offered peace. To his surprise, his rival accepted. Walking home, the farmer felt a liberation he had never known. Upon sharing this with the old man, the man responded, "Forgiveness is like freeing yourself from a heavy stone. You let it go, and peace enters where it once sat today." With this, the farmer understood the true path to peace was through forgiveness and letting go. Heaven and hell, he saw, were not distant destinations, but the states of his own heart. Finally, the farmer returned with one last question: how can I keep this peace? How can I make it last? The old man responded, "Peace is like a gentle flame. It can be extinguished by the winds of life if not guarded with vigilance. To protect your peace, observe your emotions. Let them come and go, like clouds across the sky." The farmer realized that true mastery of emotions was not about suppressing them, but allowing them to exist without becoming their prisoner. Peace was a practice, a constant act of watching his emotions and choosing not to be swayed by them. From that day on, the farmer practiced these teachings, finding that each choice brought him closer to a lasting serenity. He no longer sought answers from others, but rather turned within, inspiring those around him to do the same. And so, the village, once ordinary and routine, became a place of reflection and wisdom, touched by the presence of those who sought the heaven within. The story of the old man, the farmer, and the wolf gives us timeless lessons, very relevant in today's world. Every day, we are challenged by situations that test our patience, evoke anger, pride, or resentment. Yet, like the farmer learned, true peace doesn't lie in our surroundings, but in our ability to choose how we respond. To apply these teachings, begin with self-awareness. Observe your emotions, noticing them without letting them dictate your actions. In moments of anger, remember that these feelings are temporary. Practice forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself, too. And most importantly, cultivate inner vigilance, staying mindful of your emotions without being controlled by them. Thank you so much for joining this journey with us. If this story resonated with you, please share your thoughts in the comments. We're dedicated to bringing you powerful, uplifting stories to inspire and transform. Stay with us, and we'll see you in the next video.